And we are in game number 1 then, Vinchester versus Miguel. This is, of course, for the round of 12, a best of 5 series. And then on the right hand side, we'll see for Mr. Miguel the Malians. On the left hand side, we'll see for Vinchester the Malay. The map indeed is Golden Pit. If I'm, it's not Golden Pit actually. What is the name of this one once again? Golden Lake, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Actually, I can take a look at that real quick. Yeah, Golden Lake. There we go. Which is going to be the neutral one, right? Whoever wins over here moves on to the round of 6. The final, decider set to be played tomorrow. And then whoever loses over here is going to get knocked out of the qualifiers. Hello Noah, are we going to cast Doubt today? Maybe. I think probably. We'll see. Because the series for Doubt is actually the schedule, but it's not starting yet. And it's scheduled to start in half an hour, it says. But I don't think we're gonna be done with this one on time to catch that one from the very beginning, so probably not. Yeah, sorry, my bad. This is Vinchester versus Miguel. Appreciate it. Should be fixed right now, hopefully. Yeah. There we go. For the civilizations on the right hand side, Miguel's playing with Malians. That means it's gonna get 30% longer lasting resource, so 30% longer lasting golds actually. On extra Pierce armor and bag units per age, starting in the fuel age. Then in addition to that, we'll also see for Mr. Miguel with the Malians. We're gonna get a 15% wood discount on buildings, and then for the team bonus, 80% faster working universities. So upgrades research significantly quicker. Vinchester playing with Malay instead will get a 60% boost in H research time. He's gonna have, in addition to that, 33% cheaper fish traps that provide 300% additional food. And we'll also have for the Malay 30 and 40% cheaper Battle of Frontline units in the Castle and Imperial Ages, while for the team bonus, docks get twice the line of sight. So it's going to be a little bit easier for them to keep up, for the Malay to keep up, right? With the ponds over here, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to get away with the sneaky dock over there. You're going to have to go to the edge. You're going to have to ideally also scout where the dock is, right? So you know where to go, but yeah, it's good. I feel like it's already on the way for both these guys. And you know what? We are casting record the games, right? So we can just go a little bit quicker in the Dark Age. And just going to make it a little bit easier for us to try and provide more coverage as well. Because we want to provide coverage for at the very least one more series after this one is done. Here we go. Yes, sir. Beautiful. PLHC are ready for both these guys. And the walls are coming in for Vinchester. The sneaky dock. Getting sneaky fires already out for Vinchester as well. Now we can go back to 1x playback speed as the action is already starting to take place. Miguel's getting a defensive fire galley out. And Vinchester's got the second fire galley already on the way. Now he's got access to one pond over here, the one on the back of his base, because he's kind of close to the corner of the map. The TC spawn kind of close to the corner of the map. He does manage to get the walls up. Meanwhile, on the right hand side, we'll see the red player is the only one putting pressure against an enemy pond over here, and it seems like Vinchester is going to be the one coming on top. At the very least, right now, he's got the most units to work with. And Miguel's trying to soak damage with the fishing ship. In the end, he's going to end up taking a few losses over here. I don't know if this is the best way for Miguel to react to this. The Vinchester is coming out with the Demolition Raft over there. He's going to be able to get the shot. He's going to try for sure. And he is not going to be able to get the shot against the fire galleys. He does, however, end up taking all the fishing ships down. So if he plays his cards right over here, could very well end up getting the water control. We'll see. Unit control for Miguel is not there, so the fire galleys go down. The villager takes a lot of damage as well. The demolition raft is coming out for Miguel, but it would be wasteful for him to set it off to this fire galley. So overall, Vinchester has managed to get a lot of damage down over here. By taking the fishing ships over here, it means that Miguel is effectively not really, what would you say? It's not controlling his own pond. He's got the fishing ships down the south. He's got 2 docks over here, so he's gonna try to compensate for having lost the fishing ships over here by going pretty heavily, you know, down the south into fishing ships, and then up in the north. Up in the north, Vinchester actually already had the dock over here. He already had the fishing ships coming out in a fire galley over here, so it seems like Miguel's probably going to end up, yeah, getting pushed away from the area. Fantastic. Beautiful. Game stabilized. Which is good news for Vinchester. Right now, the player with the most water control currently. Even if he's not fully controlled the right-hand side pond, it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, he can get pushed away from here and it doesn't matter. He's already gotten away with a lot of damage by taking all the fire galleys earlier from Miguel, by taking the fishing ships down earlier from Miguel. Vinchester finds himself ahead right now by about 6 workers, and some of that's going to be from going up to the fuel age faster. A lot of that's going to be from taking the fishing ships down. What to expect then? Miguel is the first player to click out to the castle age, but it's not going to be a huge head start to him. Vinchester should be able to click out to the castle age in the next minute or so, and because of the discount, or actually because of the faster age research time that the melee get, Vinchester is most likely to beat Miguel to the castle age regardless. So let's see, clicks out before Miguel gets to 40% research over here. Vinchester is going to be the first one to get to the castle age, and right now he's got a 6 worker lead still. Oh, and it seems like Miguel will beat Vinchester to the castle age though. The red player hasn't realized about resources. So only now manages to click out, but it's going to be still very, very close for both these guys. How close? Well, it's going to be only a 7-second head start. A 7.5-second head start for Miguel. There we go. Castle Age is here for Miguel, and Vinchester is expected 7 seconds away from it himself. Yeah, 6-second TC coming up for both these guys at about the same time as well. Vinchester. And then a monastery on top of it. And Miguel. Miguel's going for a 4-siege workshop in the pit. Vinchester's got crossbows coming out. He's been going for a few archers. Now he's got the crossbow upgrade, so he's got a somewhat respectable army. It's not a whole lot of people though. And Miguel. Miguel's just fine. It's gonna be the one putting pressure for sure. And at the end of the day, well, we're gonna have 2 pawns for each player. Miguel was able to repopulate the one on the right hand side. He's got a total of 17 fishing ships. Meanwhile, Vinchester, of course, he's got a crap ton of fishing ships himself as well. It's going to be only 5 over here up in the north, but on the left hand side, because of the fish traps. Remember, they do come in cheaper for the melee, and they do provide a lot of extra resources. It's going to eventually finish the deep fish over here, but it's got plenty of fish traps coming up for sure. There to see on the way for Miguel. And here come the mangonels, and the shots are good! A bunch of villagers going jump from Vinchester. Think about 6 over here. Yeah. Knights on the way for Vinch as well, so everything was looking beautiful for Vinchester on the very back of his base, but in front everything's falling apart. Miguel. Yeah, exactly. Has managed to disrupt Vinchester's economy greatly. In a way that anybody living on the back of Vinchester's kingdom wouldn't probably even imagine would be possible. There we go. We have redemption already. Vinchester's going for sanctity now. Made the monks a little bit tankier. Well, did you kill 6 villagers from Jordan with archers? Oh boy. I love the way that having simultaneous series can result in things like this. Maybe it's Spanish! Is this a fuel age? That is sounds interesting for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Miguel's push over here is starting to get a little bit out of hand, right? He's already been able to get a lot of damage done against Vinchester, who, to be fair, did manage to scrap enough resources to click up to the Imperial Age sooner. As we see the castle come up for Miguel, the castle come up for Vinchester. The red player is going to be the only player with access to trebuchets in the next minute and a half. But Miguel's push over here is looking really good. If he can come in with the knights, he might be able to straight out the knight of the castle over there. He's got the mountains over there as well too. Potentially the knight of the castle with as well, trying to bring these forward as well. So he's gonna try and go for everything, but now, as he realizes about the castle being almost up already, he bails. Deletes the cast foundation he was working on. He's gonna have to relocate it elsewhere. He's got the stone, fortunately, to relocate it elsewhere, but certainly not ideal. Especially as Vinchester's only 10 seconds away from the Imperial Age, and Miguel had gotten the castle up over there. Vinchester will be able to start pumping the trebuchets and take it down a little bit faster, so Miguel relocating it is the right thing to do for sure. But yeah, not ideal having to walk away, right? No churches in the way for Vinchester, mind you. Vinchester can just go for monks and arbs. I think he needs halberdier too. Well, the Malians, what are they going to do against that? Not much. Maybe onagers perhaps, but if Vinchester gets like block printing, it's gonna be fine as well. Against the possibility of onagers, so if he gets a good amount of monks, that's good. Hey, Mr. Fluffy Bunny! I've been sick. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you feeling better now? Not really, but not worse. Well, yeah, at the very least, it's not getting any worse, right? So, you know, it's probably just gonna get better. If it's not getting any worse, if you're sick and it's not getting any worse, that's probably the worst it's going to get for you. Especially if it's been already a few days. You know what is going to be getting a little bit worse though? Miguel's position, because even though he takes 1 TC down, he loses 4 magnets in the process, and the trebuchets from Vinchester are already starting to siege. The cast from Miguel. The little player is going to get pushed away from here in just a moment. Yeah, Miguel had no defense for the siege whatsoever, and that castle is going down for sure. Vinchester should be able to start pushing Miguel away from here as well. I would definitely have liked to see Vinchester try to go a little bit more heavily onto stone so that he would be able to go for the castle after pushing Miguel away from the center. But right now, it doesn't seem like he'll be able to do so. Instead, just going to be trying to collect from the resources he's been able to get access to. But Miguel, for instance, was able to get his own castle up, probably around here or something. It'll be very difficult for Miguel to continue playing for the center, of course, but Vinchester does have the hail advantage and the trebuchet, so that's not really something that Miguel is going to do himself any favors with by going for it. We're getting champ scars. Let's go. He's going for squires. Yes. I guess, yeah, technically against Arbalesters halberdier, champ scars could potentially work pretty nicely, and Vinchester's going for Arbalesters right now. Against halberdiers, so well. What is the plan for Vinchester? Karambit warriors? In great numbers, perhaps. In greater numbers, or cheaper elephants. Cheaper elephants will be countered by pikemen, but Malians do not get halberdier at the very least, so there's that. There we go, moving on to the next target, TC. So Miguel's trying to get a castle up on the right hand side. He's got a bunch of villagers going down around the gold. Oh boy. Yeah, he just calls it GG. Probably the moment he realizes about the gold miners getting cleaned up over there, because those were the only gold miners he had, I believe. Over here was going to get pushed away by the Arbalesters, right? So I'm kind of sad that we didn't get to see the champ scars, right? He was getting close to it, but that was good. Fish traps too strong. Yeah, that's surely it. So for military, we have a stronger KD for Vinchester, about 5 to 4. We're gonna see for economy a stronger economy for Vinchester as well. Like everything seemed to be just better for the red player, except for society, which was actually higher for Miguel for the majority of the game over here. No, actually it was better for Vinchester too. Okay, yep, definitely everything went better for Vinchester for the most part. Just the villager max count over here from Miguel kind of confused me into believing that he might have been ahead, but he wasn't actually, so hold on. To game number 2. Let's go 2x over here once again. We are casting Rex, so we can just skip the Dark Age, the Fuel Age perhaps. Welcome you guys! Miguel playing with humans, Vinchester playing with the Aztecs. Inside Miguel, he's gonna have a civilization. Gives him the ability to go for a second TC in the Fuel Age. Gives him the ability to go for siege workshops in the Fuel Age from where he can train battering rams. He's gonna have a 75 with discount on stable and archer ranges in addition to access to the Captain upgrade in the Castle Age. And then we see for the team bonus for humans also, they get 33% extra HP on Palisade Walls. Thank you, yes. The scoreboard is updated now. While Vinchester, on the other hand, playing with Aztecs, is going to get faster training military units except for monks. Monks will get 5 extra HP for each monastery technology that they research. And then in addition to that, they also have villagers that can carry 3 extra resources per trip. They didn't mention that they begin with 50 extra gold. I'm not really sure if I did, but if I didn't, that's the case. Well, finally, for the team bonus, Aztecs get 33% faster gold income from relics compared to other civilizations. I didn't realize these were Rex and just spoiled myself on Wikipedia. RIP. Yeah. So this is the third set that we are casting today. After this one, we're gonna do one more, hopefully from the round of 12. So yeah, so that we have 4 series that we provide the coverage for. If Jordan's interesting? Yeah, it sounds very interesting for sure. Kind of felt to me like that might have been a little bit one-sided. To be fair though, it kind of feels like this could potentially be one-sided as well, with Vinchester dominating as hot as he's been for the most part and just disregard TTL. Yeah, I would say that Vinchester is definitely the one on the lead over here, while between Jordan and VV, I would certainly have Jordan as the favorite, but it seems like that might not be the case necessarily. Alright. Second TC on the way for Miguel. He gets to the Fuel Age, he goes for it right away. Vinchester's got Minotaurs to work with. It's gonna try and crack the defenses open from Miguel, but to no avail. It's gonna have to bring the units elsewhere. Can go back to X over here. Maybe that's a weird market location. Yeah, he's playing humans, that is. The TC, of course. Vinchester so far isn't able to get much of anything done. But wait a moment though, wait a moment. We have scouts coming over from Miguel for the counter strike. But he's been unable to get any damage done over here. He's chunked a little bit of HP off one of the villagers. Now he's trying to go after another one, but Vinchester's bringing a spearman already. So he's looking alright. It's got archers forward as well. It's gonna continue piling the pressure up. Let's check. Beautiful. There we go. Overall, it's looking pretty good for Vinchester, even if the villager count's starting to go in favor of Miguel. He was able to bring the Minotaurs in. Here we go. Overall, Vinchester He's not able to get too much damage done in terms of actual casualties, but he did disrupt Miguel's economy in any case. You can see that the worker efficiency has gone down for Miguel. So much slower compared to Vinchester's that in the last minute, despite having about 5 extra workers over here, Miguel has actually not collected any more resources compared to Vinchester, right? So the Kuman advantage over here is kind of offset for. Very, very good position for Vinchester still, and he gets a villager! Oh boy! Oh boy! Vinchester's on his way to the Castle Age. He's taking a villager down. Worker efficiency is down for Miguel. At this point in time, I wouldn't be surprised if Vinchester has collected throughout the game more resources compared to Miguel by quite a bit. Let's actually take a look at that real quick. For economy, yeah, 600 extra resources. No wonder he's able to go out to the Castle Age so much faster. And of course, it was always going to be the case against Kumans for the most part, right? Vinchester, if he could collect some stone and go for a 4 castle, that'd be probably game ending already, but it's maybe too much to ask for, so to say. We have still some scouts from Miguel. Very unlikely to achieve much of anything with this push. There you are. Beautiful. Getting access to the extra gold. He's getting to the Castle Age, so we see the crossman upgrade and Balkan arrow coming up right away. If he gets a few of those archers on the back over here, should be able to already push those villages away from here. Potentially, if he gets the archers around here, could potentially push the villages away from the goal as well. So he's gonna try. 5 seconds for the crossman upgrade and Balkan arrow upgrade. Doesn't really have the possibility of pushing him away anymore now that the tower comes up. But these villagers, he can push away from wood for sure. What other options do we have for the bull player for wood access? He can go to the south over here, assuming that he scouted that area. And he knows about it, yes. But this is so rough though. It's once again a game of Miguel having to pull the villagers away from resources and suffering in worker efficiency. And Vinchester just getting away with so much damage now. We'll see that. Scouts coming in once again. From the bull player, but the scouts get taken down. For the most part, this one's gonna be left on 4 HP only. The TC. TC's coming up for Vinchester. It's looking good. It's gonna start catching up right now. Miguel is in the Castle Age as well, so at the very least he should be able to prevent Vinchester from catching up if both players are able to keep both their TCs working. So I guess Vinchester won't be catching up in the end. This should remain as a somewhat consistent 13 villager lead for Miguel. It's going for nice right now. Vinchester. Vinchester's got the third TC on the way now. He'll be able to start catching back up. Here we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Third C comes up. Yeah, probably could have just gotten this one up without the palaces at all, but yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Southern C is able to keep production going from all 3 TCs. Vinchester should be able to start catching back up right now. He is behind, right? By about 12 villagers still. This is what we were expecting to be the case. And the 4 TCs on the way for Vinchester. Wow. It's just going all in into economy. And Miguel, on the other hand, yeah, it's just on 2 TCs still. Pretty happy about it, by the looks of it. Worker efficiency is favoring Vinchester quite a lot more, though. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on. I think Miguel just bringing the villagers down to the south over here that had a somewhat negative impact on his worker efficiency in the last minute. Otherwise, he would probably still be somewhat comparable. Up until this point, we saw Vinchester be ahead in economy, Miguel get ahead in economy. Now Vinchester seems like he's getting ahead once again. He's behind by 7 workers still, but you take a look at the amount of gathered resources total, and Vinchester's actually ahead by 400 still. It was actually more like 600 last time around that I checked, but anyway. Here we are. Really trying to catch up in economy, and so far he's been able to, for the most part. Very soon he's gonna start pulling a villager lead against Miguel. And this is unfortunately not the best position for the blue player. You do not want to take this one into the very late stages against the Aztecs. Humans are all about getting ahead in economy early on and then utilizing that to potentially go up to the Imperial Age much earlier to get the pressure going. Wheelbarrow's coming out right now. One little TC with 2 TC only and less villagers with Kumans. Yeah. Well, we do have a 3rd TC right now and the 4th TC is coming up, but Miguel is not really being able to take advantage of the civilization too much. If it weren't because of this, he would probably be on a higher work count still compared to Vinchester. But the thing is, he was not really trying to take this one into the later stages of the game, so he invested a lot of his economy into military as opposed to keeping the TCs working, which is why he had a lot of extra TC time. The problem is that it didn't really pay off. He couldn't really do much of anything with those knights for it, and now Vinchester is in a position where he's got a stronger economy, he's got a better civilization for the later stages of the game as well. He's probably going to be the first one to go up to the Imperial Age very soon. He tried to go for a castle drop. He's trying to go for a castle drop, Vinchester. And my boys gone for a crap ton of monks. Pikemen, the villagers are here and the castle's coming up. And what will Miguel ever do to counter this one? Now Vinchester is going to be also the first one to go out to the Imperial Age and should be able to click up very soon. He can use the market right now to get the resources he's needing, but he's got enough food workers over here that he can just wait a little bit and organically get as much food to click up. And there we go. Once the castle comes up, Vinchester is going to be off to the Imperial Age. Miguel is not even close right now. 1,000 food in a minute. Yeah, that was actually very mesmerizing to watch. But Vinchester is in a fantastic spot. He's so much earlier to the Imperial Age. He's got the castle forward. He's got 23 villages and stone, so you can bet your butt he's gonna continue going for more and more castles forward, which will give him the edge in trebuchet production. And right now, maybe the monk control was not the best over there for Vinchester, but he's got the defense advantage, a bunch of barracks over here to produce pikemen from. So Miguel won't really be able to get too much extra damage down with these knights anymore. As a matter of fact, he ended up, yeah, getting no villagers with the surviving ones anyway. Yeah, and there we go, right? Once again, the knights go down pretty much immediately. Oh, no way! God, we have it! Zolotul warriors are on the way for Vinchester. Yes, sir! He converted the stables, and now he's got his own knights. When is the last time that you saw Zolotul warriors? Let's go! Miguel, no! He calls a GG before we get a chance of seeing the units in action. Damn it. It's gonna be 2-0 then in favor of Vinchester. Taking a look at the achievements, we'll see a 5 to 4 kill ratio for Miguel. We're gonna have on top of that better economy for Vinchester, and it's not particularly close. Besides that, we'll see also for society. Higher villager max count for Miguel did not really matter. He ended up taking just as many losses actually as Vinchester. But of course, he really struggled this game to take advantage of the Cumans. And there we are then, game number 3. Match point already, Vinchester up 2-0 against Miguel. Yo, Majestic Apex, thank you so much for the sub. Make sure to check in the news if you haven't already. I believe that if you haven't seen the news and you would like to get a refund, you can do that. I believe Twitch allows you to do that as well. Up to you, of course. Otherwise, I do appreciate the support, regardless. But yeah, let's get to game number 3 right away, right? It's taking place on Quals. Up in the north, Miguel is playing with the Japanese. Down the south, Vinchester is playing with Portuguese. Miguel, with his civilization, is going to get fast working fishing ships with twice the HP and plus 2 extra Pierce armor. We'll see that the Japanese also get a 50% discount on drop-off buildings. Besides that, we also have for the Japanese 33% faster attacking infantry units. Except in the fuel age, 50% extra line of sight on galley line ships. So galleys were galleys and galleon. And then Vinchester civilization instead is going to get 25% food income from berries, access to faitory in the Imperial Age, 20% gold discount on units, in addition to 10% extra HP on navy units, and then for the team bonus, 30% faster research and upgrades. Notice as he's going for the berries over here and the villagers forward. Oh, is he going to try and steal these? He's got 4 villagers, that's ripe for a trush. He's got the militias over here, and you know, Miguel has not actually been able to get much of anything done so far. He's not been going for the berries at all. He's just been going for water, which Vinchester for the most part has ignored. Yeah, now we have Minotaurs for Vinchester. Okay, so 20% cheaper units for him. The militias were a little bit cheaper, right? 20% cheaper gold cost on the units. Now he's gonna start collecting with 4 villagers resources from berries as if they were 5 villagers. It's gonna be 25% wood income in addition to the food income. But Miguel's already ahead by 6 workers. He's already ahead by 6 workers because of the fishing ships. He's gotta be careful, otherwise Vinchester could potentially offset for that on land. And we have an archer coming in. Take a look at that. Vinchester's aggression is very, very early and disrupting already. We see the quick walls coming out for Miguel. Can he do it though? Can he block the archer? He cannot block the archer now. The Minotaurs are coming up and the scout's not going to get the archer on time, or is it? It seems like it probably will get... Whoa, that was good in control from Vinchester. But he will end up getting the archer down. That is one archer, mind you, and Vinchester already had more on the way, so now he's coming in with a stronger push, twice as many units. Portuguese do seem like they'd be a natural fit for this map with that berry bonus. You would think so, right? I would probably expect them to still try and play for water because it's very important. Right now, Miguel has a worker lead because of the water specifically, which might kind of offset for that. Here we go. Gets pushed away from the wood. Straight to the wood up in the north. Yeah, and it doesn't seem like Vinchester's going to get too much damage done over here. He seems to try and get water control. I probably would have preferred for him to go for a demolition raft and try to take the fishing ships down in any case. Same way he's been going after villages on land. Probably have tried to go after fishing ships and water. Let's get a second wave of units coming up, and that is a lot of pressure coming in from Vinchester. You know, Miguel is still ahead and working on by a lot. It's got 10 extra workers. Vinchester is even getting a little bit of extra idle DC time, but this is really, really good unit control from Vinchester, who is probably going to end up getting a villager or two over here. See? He's trying. He's taking the archers down for the most part. Doing a really good job going after the villagers right now. He's going to get one of the weak ones. He's going to weaken another one. Scat fletching already, so he does end up getting another villager. And the damage over here from Vinchester has been good, but has it been enough though? That's the question. I think it's not enough. Miguel is looking great himself. He's looking crazy strong. There we go. Most. He's got the demos right now, and that could be a big, nice shot. He's going for it, and bang! He's got a good shot. Doesn't doubt taking the fire galleys out. So now he can go after the fishing ships. And he will do so. So in the end, seems like Vinchester is going to get away with damage over here. And that's GG! And that's GG! And Miguel calls the GG with a higher worker count by a lot. Although he was about to lose it, of course. And Vinchester, 15 minutes, 54 seconds into the game, takes the series. And wow! Speedrunning the round of 12 over here, Vinchester. So moving on then to the round of 6 while Miguel is getting knocked out. So let's go back because, guys, the next series has already begun. It's going to be Doubt versus the Gal. Let's go.